Okay, cameras and sound roll in 3, 2, 1.
Silence. Scene 1, take 2. Silence. Scene 1, take 2.
And just kind of smear it a little bit. Okay?
She tried to
So,
wipe it off.
just a little bit, not a ton, because I don't want it soaking wet on her face.
Okay. Hey, close your eyes. Ew.
Flick it underneath, Jack. Under like this. Yeah. Okay.
So awkward.
I was somewhat relieved because I read the script and Todd told me the way it was going to be shot and the audio, and I was relieved that it didn't get too graphic, that Todd took that out of the film. And to me, I thought that was, I felt that when it happened, Seth and I agreed. We just kind of looked at each other and agreed. You could tell that it was mutual, and we agreed that the imagination, that the human mind could actually fill in what's not there.
I think it's gonna be. This is gonna be scene 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
So you see an angle, Todd?
2,
Yeah.
3, take
Like
1.
that?
Pick up that light for me, TJ. Put it on.
Okay,
So
you
maybe,
say action.
why don't we say that you're on the floor, she kicked you, even though we don't have it. Why don't we say that you're,
And he's doing the scram.
why don't we do this? On action, why don't you like fly back, and then Whitney,
That'll give me
roll
You
over
want
on
a
your,
pillow back there?
Oh.
roll over, yeah, like this. And then turn over, no, just stay on your side, So
Watch out
it's,
from the crack again.
alright, and slate it.
Silence, scene 2, 3, take 2.
Okay, here we go. And don't fall too far back, Nathaniel, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. And action. Cut.
For me, the most challenging part of the acting was, Whitney is such a wonderful actress that I tried not to get too emotionally involved. Thank God she's the light switch actress, because she can turn it on and turn it off, but it was just, she's very convincing. I don't believe I was acting, I believe I was reacting.
Probably the only thing I'm gonna just need you to do is really raise your voice.
Okay.
You need to, it's almost, you wanna be, I think you wanna be comforting.
I've trained myself to be soft-spoken over the years, even when I'm mad.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I will work on it.
Yeah, just
Louder.
bring the level of your voice up,
Okay.
During the first initial freak out.
Caitlin, are you okay, honey? Caitlin, I need you to roll over here and breathe. That's it, honey. Into your nose, out to your mouth. You gotta calm down. Caitlin, this isn't helping.
Maybe you can start off soft and you maybe a couple of times, Caitlin, it's okay, Caitlin, and then it ain't working.
Okay.
And
She's
then
not
just
hearing me.
she's not hearing you. Yeah, it's
Out of it! God damn it! What the hell do you think you're gonna fucking scare the neighbors?
Even when we were goofing and he wanted us to be serious, he would just say, all right guys, let's be serious. He never yelled, never lost his cool, just stayed really focused. And, we would have moments where he'd be like, okay, Whitney, let's talk. And we would just sit there and kind of whisper and go over the scene and before we'd do it, and just make sure we were on the same page with everything. And even before I got here, we just talked on the phone a lot, which I had never had before. Talk to me about
Yeah, let's
the
talk.
tub.
Okay, so the bathtub, basically what we're looking at with this is after the doctor has left, and this is basically now where you've kind of been sleeping.
Okay.
Because this is
Right.
like, it's got a lock on the door. Obviously we're not gonna close the door or anything like that, but I mean, just to give you a little background in your head.
Yes.
And you come in here, and this is where you kind of hide is basically what we're looking at. So when you're in here, this is the part where we're gonna go to the flashback. So think about what you saw yesterday with Brienne and I. And then, that, you know, in a sense, you know, without trying to sound silly, it's
I need
almost
my dad.
trying to find a happy place, you know, without joking about it, because that's kind of what you're doing in a sense.
Right.
And you want your dad, you know, you need your daddy like you needed him when you were little, when you fell off your bike, or whenever you got hurt, or whenever you just needed a hug, you know.
He sucks
So-
for not staying with me after this happened. What kind of dad leaves their daughter alone?
Don't make me feel bad. I may have to reshoot.
Usually I would just get a script and you show up and they start shooting, and that wasn't how he was at all. He emailed and called all the time and just kept me on the page with every single change, and so I really felt like I was part of the project, a huge part from the beginning, and just kept me so excited and, you know, comfortable talking to him about everything. So he was amazing.